You got the spaz, kid.
I got the spaz.
You got spunk.
Hey, welcome to the Cool Kids Table podcast. We're the Holy Trinity, DJ.
Kent.
Eli.
Where the Holy Trinity talks about anything that we want. Fun, maybe serious, maybe sad. I don't know. What are you into? Let us know. So, I guess this is episode 2, but I'm not going to keep track after the third one. You can count on that. And today's question, this week's podcast topic is time travel. And this is a very big topic, so we can talk about this maybe all year if we wanted to. And today's question for the time travel, like a sub question, maybe I just coined that term. Put me on the dictionary.com, will ya? What would be the first thing or first couple of things you would do as a time traveler?
What I would do is I would get the watch, live until old age, and just reset it back because I would be a baby again, and then you could go back to the old age. It's an endless cycle, so you're basically immortal and you can never die.
So
Wait. You said you're gonna get the time travel and then manipulate your body?
Yeah.
Time travel doesn't work like that.
Yes, it does.
Is there a movie that does that other than Benjamin Button?
Yeah, there's movies that do that, but it's because it depends. There's multiple ways that time is. There's the multi one that like you even if like Terminator, that no matter what you change, it still has a.
It still happens.
Yeah, but there's movies that do that because there's all kinds of timeline stuff. Like sometimes it's no matter what happens, it always has the same outcome. Like Terminator, sometimes you change one small thing, like Back to the Future, and then when you go do the Back to the Future type thing, like if his parents never met and it just disappears from existence, that sometimes it has like the small things don't change, but the small things do change for other ones.
For like other people?
Yeah,
So you becoming in an infinite loop?
Yeah.
So that would affect like us?
No, it wouldn't affect. It would just affect my life.
That's really selfish.
Yeah,
It really is.
I was literally about
Wait,
to say,
just
that
to
sounds-
live the same day over and over
No,
again?
the same whole life. I wait till I'm like 90 on my deathbed, then I push it. I don't know why, but whenever I think of the
What happens? Well, I mean, obviously it's a loop, so it's obviously gonna work. But like, just a random question, just in case for the listener, is like, I mean, if they're thinking the same thing, it's like, what
we
happens? What if you forget? What if your body is like, you've done it so many times, like your your like selfish time traveling needs, like it's like a weird like a sound wave particle thing, and it like affects a dude that's driving and then hits you and you're like 85 on the way to the hospital. And then you like die. You're like, oh man, you can't stop it. You're not the Flash.
No, because since it already happened, you can't just change it because when you go back, it's just gonna every single thing is gonna happen the exact same way every time.
So after you're gonna hit the
Unless
time,
like you and me pushed at the same time, we're born and we know what it's gonna be, and you
That's
kill
not-
me or something like that.
but that sounds like me and you would merge to either I become you, like me and you share the same conscious like Firestorm, or you become me. But then that means that stops the time traveling. Watch. But that also means it cancels it.
Yeah.
So it would never exist.
No, it's like it's both. It's like two spaghettis. When you like tear two spaghetti noodles, you can coin me on that on the dictionary.com.
All right, so I guess one of you two could talk about yours now. Like, the one you guys have yours already?
I felt like we could talk about that more.
No, I was pretty much explaining that just to end this cycle, but that's it. You ruined it, DJ. You stopped the endless cycle. You're basically like a hero from a video game now.
Yeah. Whoops. All right, Kent. What about you?
If I had the ability to travel through time, I would travel back to my freshman year and convince my past self
Of
to
college or high school?
high school.
Okay, just double check for the listener.
Sorry, I
You
forgot,
sound like you're 40
I
years
forgot to
old.
mention that.
Can you also state your age? So people can know?
We can cut this part out, right?
No, I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, please don't.
No,
I'm keeping it for the joke. It's funny.
Okay, so
I gotta cut
I
that
would-
part out now.
I would cut out. See, now you got me all confused. I would travel back to my freshman year of high school and convince my past self to become more confident around people. And I would also convince,
Why is that? Wait. Before we go to the other one, why is that?
because I'm not as confident as I was back then. I wasn't very confident as a freshman in high school, and neither as a sophomore. And as a junior, I began to grow my confidence because of theater and doing the school announcements on Tuesdays. And being in the musical, that helped a lot as well. Shout out to all my friends in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
They're all listening, by the way. They're all listening.
I hope. Anyway, yeah, that's what I would do. And one more thing, I would convince my past self to talk to more people.
That's basically
So
the same thing.
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, you don't think that that's gonna like, if you go back in time, do you think you could trust yourself?
What do you mean?
You
Because
said
you're not
okay, so you said
confident.
14-year-old Kent, right? Well, assume in this case because you have your birthdays before school starts, so 15-year-old Kent.
Yeah.
So, like whatever age you are, and you go to 15-year-old Kent. Do you think 15-year-old Kent would be like, okay,
I mean, yeah, if I convince him enough.
like what?
Like, oh man, this guy is actually telling the truth. I should listen to him.
But you have no confidence.
Yeah, you just said you didn't have as much. No offense, but you said you have like no confidence. How do you know you're gonna talk to your future self? You're like, oh, I don't want to mess it up. He's got the beard and everything. Wait, no, your 15-year-old self had a beard.
Yeah, I had a beard in freshman year of high school. It was actually pretty cool. Anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Don't you think that would like,
Would
if you told yourself and it somehow your 15-year-old self, like as soon as you said it, like you're in the school parking lot, right? Or like this is passing periods. You just had your first class, and you see 15-year-old Kent, and you just like you pull him out from all the out of all the kids, and you're like, be more confident, and he's like, and then it like, that's for the listeners, and it just snaps into Kent, 15-year-old Kent. He's like, oh wow, okay, I'm cool now, and then you're like, what's a cool guy, Kevin Hart? You feel like The Rock now. Do you feel like? Do you think it would work that fast?
No.
Wait, so if it became...
I would have to build up my confidence just like I did all those years.
So do you think that would kind of, if it pushes you to the point where you wanted to make a time traveling device to like go back in time to make yourself more confident, doesn't that like defeat the purpose?
Kind of?
Yeah. You'd be more confident, so you instead of having a time traveling watch, you'd probably meet your wife at 16 or something.
But here's the thing. Oh wait, no. I was gonna, until you said the meeting the wife at the 16 thing. Never mind. I was gonna say if you travel to the future and you can see events that happen and then you get worried about how they will occur. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean, but when you think about it, if you see the way it looks in the future and you go back, sure, it's going to stress you, but you know how it's going to be. You cannot change that at all. If you think about it, like, cause like if you're thinking about it, you already know. So it's already in your head, and then you're going to start doing it. Like in Meet the Robinsons, it's a famous time traveling story. Everyone in his school is part of his family. Spoilers, I'm sorry, for someone who hasn't seen Meet the Robinsons yet.
That's like,
I hope you all
that's like
have.
10 years old.
Oh man, I feel sorry for you. And at the end when his time when he's like, oh, I don't want to focus on was it not focus on the future, focus on the present, even though the thing is like keep moving forward. And then like everyone, like his wife is there, his adoptive
parents.
his adoptive parents, and then his like uncles and stuff are there. It's all weird.
Yeah.
How can you be a foster uncle? That's
Just,
another topic for another day.
you just have to be the sibling of the foster parent that adopts you, or whatever. Is that what it's called? Foster
Why did
parent?
this get so
You
off
have to
topic?
be a foster brother.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Dude, that was good. That's talking.
Yeah, it was. But back to your point.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
I
like
like,
basically,
I like to imagine that when like you're like be more confident 15-year-old Kent. He's like okay, and like old Kent just fades away and he comes back like a leather jacket, just cooler.
I could see
Hey,
if this was
I
a
got
movie,
this leather jacket.
if it was like a movie, I could see like I'm assuming like 45-year-old Kent would be played as Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and then I don't know, maybe because of that Daddy's Home 2, he's wearing a leather jacket, and then like when you said leather jacket, that's the first thing that popped in my head. The Daddy's Home thing will not be relevant whatsoever in like 5 years.
It wasn't relevant in forever.
The first movie was, I think. It's a famous time traveling movie. It's a classic. You ever heard of Back to the Future? It's trash compared to Daddy's Home 2. It's already out. Never mind. Yeah. You're not worried about going back, like ruining the whole confidence thing and ruining the time traveling thing?
Well, now that you said that, yeah, I am.
So now that you know that, would you still do it?
Probably.
Because you gotta keep in mind, remember the reason stuff the way you are is because of certain incidents in life.
Yeah, that happened in the past. Sometimes things don't need to be changed that are in the past.
So is that one of those things, the confidence things?
No, not really. Kind of.
So like it just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
I think we just saved Kent's life. We're saving lives here on the Cool Kids Table podcast. All right,
This is confusing.
you bet it is.
All right, DJ.
Do you know what else is confusing?
What?
Time travel.
And speaking of time travel, let's hear DJ's reasons.
God, I don't remember where it is on my notes. I remember it
your
anyways.
Sorry, the lights just went out.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. And okay, so if I had the time traveling thing, what would be the first thing or first couple of things I would have done is I kind of have like a serious one and a funny one. And I know this is like a fun time, but the Cool Kids Table. But there's tables have corners.
Exactly.
Seriousness has corners. You could
Not-
put that in the dictionary.
The Round Table.
The round. Oh, it's
Bam. King Arthur.
well, you
Knights
got-
of the Round Table.
They have swords. Cut that table. Anyways, the first thing I'm gonna go off the serious one, and then I'll do the funny ones after. Well, what I think is funny, and the serious thing I would do was like, I don't want to go too far ahead, because I feel like if I go 9 billion years, I'm gonna like go to because right now we're like halfway through the life of Earth, so we're at the sweet spot. If you're the listener, in 2017, November 17th, we're in the sweet spot of Earth life, because the sun is going to explode and then everyone and everything is going to die. Whoops.
What a downer.
It's not a downer. It's reality.
It's a fact.
The
It
sun
is-
won't explode.
It's a rock fact. That's for the Over the Garden Wall fans. And I don't want to go too far, because I think 9 billion years is the part where the sun is expanding. 9 billion years, yeah. It's around there. It's around there when the sun's expanding. So at that time, Mars wouldn't be here.
Like
Wait, no. Wait,
none of the
no,
terrestrial planets probably.
Venus.
Yeah.
Venus is the closest one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercury.
Yeah, so
It's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
so Mercury would be gone, and then Venus is already on its way out. It's like halfway burning up. I don't want to go too far. I'd probably go like maybe, I don't want to say 5. That's weird. I want to say like 10, 15 years. And I want to see how the world is and the way the life is. And basically something I always like, there's a couple points I have from that, is like the way I love about like culture, when you like think of today's culture with clothes, music, the way we obtain information and all that other fun stuff, compared to like the 70s and the 80s and stuff. I mean, each decade is different. That's what I like about life or whatever, because everything is so different in all this, like, in time. And I would like to see what's trending and stuff, so I can start doing it now. But that kind of means that'll make it trending at that time. Or maybe I'm the pioneer of it and someone steals my flow, Drake. That's for the hip hop fans, and I would like to see how I guess my friends and family are doing. I hope things are all right in 10 to 15 years. By that I mean like Kent, what are you gonna be doing in 15 years? And the thing is like you always hear people say like, oh, if this didn't happen to me, this wouldn't have happened. And I think about that all the time because I'm like, I like to think of alternate like dimension stuff, and like, oh, what would happen? What would my life be like if, like, an example is I moved to Clear Lake in 2015. 2015. Yeah, it was a month after my birthday, and we've been to like 20 different places, and that's just me and my family. My mom and my dad went to like they checked out different places by themselves. So then I wonder like what would my life be like? Right, where would I be right now during the podcast? Instead of doing the podcast right now, what would I be doing over there? And like, I think I just like I think the other house was zoned at Clear Brook, and there's other ones in I think it's Montgomery, somewhere north of Texas or something like that. Like some weird places, and they're nice, pretty places. I wonder like what would life be like if I moved there? Like who would the people I meet? Maybe I hung out with maybe my wife or something for whatever reason. I'm a loser, but what if? And I'm like, I'd be kind of sad because I would never meet Mr. McCarran and some of the people that changed my life, and that includes nice people like Eli and Ken's, or the people that bullied me, which is basically like a third of the school, and it makes me the person I am today might change tomorrow. I don't know. And I like it's I don't know, sorry it's sad, but or sentiments or whatever. I like to think of like what would everyone be doing, like because people I always hear people talk about like they enter high school one way and they come out the other way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like it hasn't happened to me. I still want to do everything entertainment, but just everything in entertainment because I love entertainment. I love making people happy and not making them sad and all that. I don't like. What if that changed? And what if I didn't want to do entertainment and I wanted to become a dentist or something? And yeah, and it's one of the things. But I like that. I wanted to be a dentist at 4, but I like making movies instead. And like maybe that might have changed. Maybe I don't know if that is. I don't know if that happened to you guys. Has that happened to you?
Yes.
If we thought about that.
No, like if you came in, like I mean, it's obviously we're senior boys, and like has like your choice in like life after school like changed?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you have before? What?
Like I wanted to do a bunch of different stuff. Like you were talking about, like I don't know why I wanted to be like a firefighter or whatever. And I was like 5, and I'm like going to school. I'm like, that sucks.
Like
What? I'm gonna be like a movie director. And I was like, I don't know how to work these cameras. I'm gonna be an astronaut. I'm blind. I'm colorblind.
Oh, being colorblind affects that?
Certain jobs, I think if you can't be like a pilot,
Yeah.
if you're colorblind because of red green stuff.
Yeah. I saw that on Little Miss Sunshine. So that's one of my favorite movies. What about you, Kent?
I always wanted to be a paleontologist.
What is that?
It's someone who digs up dinosaur fossils.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Why did that change? Or what did it change to?
Well, I saw a movie. I don't remember which one.
Jurassic World?
Nope.
Kills the dinosaurs.
Jurassic World was a good movie.
Ken saw Jurassic World and he saw the part where was it pterodactyl took that girl into the
Yeah.
ocean and dropped her into the big megalodon thing, and Ken's like, nope.
I actually saw a movie called I don't remember the name. Sorry.
That's fine.
Anyways, I saw a movie and I was like, oh my gosh, I like this movie. I want to become a movie director. And,
Why a movie
and this
director specifically?
Well, because
Just like
of
having
all like the camera angles and all that. Camera angles, soundtracks.
The director doesn't do all of that.
Well, yeah.
But I understand what you mean. Just being like the leader of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And from age 5 to 9, I wanted to be a movie director. And then in sophomore year of high school, I got into AV1. And I met Mr. McCarran, and then he taught me how to do all the editing.
You mean intro to AV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intro to AV and AV1 is totally different.
Intro to AV. I chose to take that course in my sophomore year of high school. And I met Mr. McCarran, and he taught me how to do all the editing, and he taught me how to use the C100 and the other camera that I don't remember the name of.
JVC.
Yeah,
JVC, thanks.
so basically everything.
Yeah, and
Are you still into that now?
I don't want to be a movie director now. I want to be a voice actor when I grow up because I do the school announcements, and I think I have a really good voice.
You died in those announcements today, Ken.
What do you mean I died?
No, it's because you used the bad speaker, the one that.
Oh yeah, that was so muffled.
Yeah, it was-
But we're getting off topic.
Yeah, we're getting off topic.
Just end it
But
off.
anyway, I want to be a voice actor when I grow up. Enough said.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of part of the changing the thing.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that
Yes,
right now?
yes, I am very happy about my current career choice.
Well, I mean that's awesome. Yeah, I just think about that. I think about like the different people I would have met, like wife, maybe a guy. Oh wait, that's not. Is killing school appropriate?
I think so.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have met a guy that didn't like me to a point where he wanted to take my life or something. Or maybe I met, yeah, I think I already said my wife. Or
Your
maybe-
second wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, my second wife. Hopefully my third. I'm shooting for the third in that dimension. Yeah, and yeah, I would like to see like how my dad is doing, how my brother's doing, my mom, my sister, and hopefully I don't want to talk to myself. I think like I came out the womb, or maybe after I saw Meet the Robinsons, I was like, time travel, and I always liked time travel. Hence why we're doing a podcast about it. And I always trained myself to be like, if I ever met myself from the past or future, I would be okay with it. Because like in movies, they're like, I'm from the past, I'm from the future, and they're like, I don't believe you, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen to me. That's such a waste of time.
Especially the future one. It's like you knew how you looked at that time. Unless you're like
Yeah.
90 have Alzheimer's, then you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And I always train myself to do that. So even though I'd be trained for it, I just want to see myself and be like, all right, am I doing what I want to do? Am I with someone I want to be with? Am I alive? And then, honestly,
You
and
find a tombstone, that's it.
I just go to any cemetery and I find like, oh my god, it's me. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Overpopulation is a thing, and yeah, that's kind of the serious one. I don't know if that was a little too serious. Yeah, it is obviously. A funny one for a weird one, I guess, would be I want to see how dinosaurs look like in the past, like because maybe 5 years ago they just found out that dinosaurs had feathers.
Or some of them at least.
Yeah, some of
Yeah.
them had feathers. Obviously not like, what is it, Megalodon had like feathers.
A megalodon's a shark.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's funny. I want like to see like how does it like. I also heard like they have lips or something.
For real?
Yeah, I want to see.
What?
I want to see if they have ears. Do they have Shrek ears? Do they have human ears? What did they look like? I want to see how a T-Rex looks. And you're gonna say, but DJ, you can't see a dinosaur because it's gonna eat you and or kill you, DJ Kun. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, boop, boop. Ben 10 slap the watch,
I know, I was thinking about
and then
that
I'll
too.
be there for a couple seconds. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. When I went to the science museum second grade, I saw the dodo bird and I got scared. So and I didn't want to I didn't move. So imagine me when I go to and see an actual dodo bird. I'm gonna be like, ew. I'm scared of fish. I can't like go to I hate going to the aquarium. It's pretty, but I'm afraid like they look like floating heads. Okay, so like if I see big floating heads in the ocean that can crawl on land, because remember, was it sharks and whales?
For what?
Sharks and whales had hands and feet. Yeah, I learned that in biology. Shout out to Miss Cunningham. You're not a teacher anymore. That was an intermission. Yeah.
Welcome back.
And I would like to see how everything is like basically just. I would like to see how a whale looked like back then because evolution and stuff. I would like to see obviously it's probably not going to work because certain animals have to live in certain places. Like some live deep under the ocean. That's why people are like they go to the ocean like, how come I'm not seeing the kraken? Like they live down there for a reason because they're evolved down there. Assuming that there is, I'm not doubting it. And if there was one recently, like a year or two ago, but it was dead, and it was big. It's recorded like the biggest one. Yeah. So I would like to go back and see how everything was. Maybe, yeah, I would like to see all that. Another one was I would like to go see the pyramids and see if it really was built by aliens.
Oh, wow.
It's a stupid thing, but hey, if you had the chance to do it, you would do it, right? You're bored. You're in the middle of a class. Jimmy Neutron did it. How come I can't? I want to go see them like, oh, God, those are aliens. And they're like, that's alien tech. I'm like, oh, God. And, that'd be a fun movie. But that's the way space. You know how like you go in space and time goes by so fast.
Yeah.
On Earth.
And
So like you know how like I just went to the pyramids. They go into space like, oh God, he has alien tech. Go away. And then they go into space, and to them is like maybe 5 minutes. And then when they come back, it's like normal present time. I'm like, oh God, that is so. Oh, that's weird. I just thought of that right now. Yeah. There's like other stuff. Is there any weird stuff that you would do in back then?
In the
Obviously,
past?
yeah, like obviously not the Holocaust. You can't do anything about that. Not that I know of.
I'm trying to think. Eli, do you have any
I
stuff
guess
like that?
I guess I would go to like I don't know, like Rome or something, and bring like a modern day invention because like I talk about it to my brother a lot. Romans are basically just modern day people in the ancient era and even lazier.
Why do you say that?
Like the Romans are weird. Like they invented the whoopee cushion.
Really?
Yeah, like the oldest whoopee cushion is like from like a Roman emperor apparently.
Was it made of like leather?
I probably it most likely is,
That's weird.
but they didn't remake it until like the 1920s or 30s. So yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Man, that is pretty cool.
Like apparently they said it was from like a Roman emperor who was like 14 years old that liked to prank people, and then he got assassinated when he was 18 because people got tired of it.
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
just got tired of being pranked all the time apparently. But if I could bring any modern day thing, I'd probably bring like a Game Boy or whatever.
What if-
Game Boy's not
Yeah,
even modern.
But you know how like how much power it uses, and like the game, like every game is like an hour, maybe an hour, 2 hours tops of gameplay.
Yeah.
Imagine how bored it is. How bored you're gonna be like as soon as you play it, because those are like baby games. I don't know any like Fire Emblem. It's probably the most
Yeah, I play Fire Emblem.
on the Game Boy.
Yeah, I play.
Yeah,
it
it's probably like
on
the
Game
most-
Boy.
That's probably like for high intellect people that play Game Boys.
The Romans are like, oh, this new strategy, and like playing the stupid game made for 13-year-olds and stuff. So yeah, modern day.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would bring a Rubik's Cube back to medieval times. Medieval times, like,
During the Black Plague.
1100s, something like that.
yeah, like, no, not during the plague.
Because Kent's gonna die
It's
too.
called The Joke.
I know it's called a joke, but I would bring it back. I would bring a Rubik's Cube to the Egyptian pharaohs. And then to.
You know they'd probably like kill you or something.
And then probably I would also bring it back to. Who's a famous king? Famous
King Babar.
Gilgamesh. Mess-
King Louis or whatever.
Louis C.K.?
You mean the one
Is that a joke?
the one that got executed? Kent?
Wait, you for real? That's a comedian that got some stuff
Yeah.
about him. Anyways.
No, but Kent, or it's like the one that got executed.
Shout out to Christopher Walken.
Shout out to Christopher Walken. He's an avid listener of the Cool Kids Table. Anyways, that is the end of the Cool Kids Table podcast. This was a very fun topic. I would love to bring this back because we could talk about time travel. At least I can.
I can too.
I
Maybe
can
we-
too.
Even better. We'll bring someone else maybe. I don't know. Just come over here. Just come over here. Just open the door inside the school. Come inside, sit in here, wait for us, okay? And we'll record.
Don't do that.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
And we'll talk about time travel. We'll talk about anything fun, geeky, anything funny, weird, maybe serious. We'll do anything. We're the cool kids table. It's ironic. It's funny. We're trying to have a nice time. I'm DJ.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Eli.
Bye bye.
Peace out.